Now discuss about implantation. Implantation, that means attachment of the blastocyst stage to the wall of the uterus. That is called implantation. Question: blastocyst comes out from zona pellucida. Okay, developed egg surround with the zona pellucida. By the action of the trypsin enzyme, trypsin, not a trypsin, by the action of the trypsin enzyme, zona pellucida is dissolved, okay, disintegrate. After some time, the zona pellucida is dissolved, zona pellucida is disappears. Blastocyst comes out from zona pellucida. This is the zona pellucida, student. Next, under cells of trophoblast attaches to endometrium. The trophoblast, it is the outer cell layer of the blastocyst. Cells of the trophoblast attaches to endometrium of uterine, and trophoblast cells also form the fetal part of placenta. Placenta, it is the organ and connective link between the developed fetus and the developed embryo and the wall of the uterus. Okay, from the mother part, that is the wall of the uterus. This is the connecting link between fetal part and the maternal part. Maternal means mother. Okay, and it is the trophoblast cells that participates in the formation of the fetal part of placenta. Implantation begins on 6th day after fertilization. Implantation, attachment of the blastocyst attaches to the uterus wall. It is begins at the begins on 6th day after fertilization, student. Next, student, cells of trophoblast secretes some amount of the proteolytic enzymes helps in implantation. Trophoblast plays main role in the implantation. Okay, trophoblast cells produces proteolytic enzymes. These are the proteolytic enzymes helps in implantation. Trophoblast develops villi. Okay, trophoblast cells develops villi in implantation, process of implantation, develops villi. The cells present in the trophoblast goes to the division and forms the more number of the cells and arranged as a villi-like arrangements, villi-like structures, and these are the villi project into highly vascular uterine endometrium. Okay, highly vascular endometrium is the inner layer in the uterus wall. Okay, highly vascular, this is the endometrium that consists of abundant blood vessels, so called highly vascular uterine endometrium. These are villi project into highly vascular uterine endometrium to draw nourishment for embryo, to supplying food particles, food material to the developed embryo, student. Next, conceptus. What is the meaning of the conceptus? Conceptus, that means embryo along with membranes. Embryo along with membranes. Embryo surround with the membrane, that is called conceptus. Student, it is the diagrammatic part that shows the fetal development during first and the second week. Student, it is the ovary, it is the fallopian tube of the female reproductive system, it is the uterus wall, student. It is the half part of the uterus wall. Okay, by the process of the ovulation, ovarian follicles present in the each of the ovary releases ovum, that is called ovulation. After the ovulation, released ovum, that is slowly passes through the fallopian tube. Okay, and student, in some period of time, these are sperm cells. Student, these are the sperm cells. Sperm cells are attacks the ovum and fertilization takes place in the region of the fallopian tube, ampulla, isthmus junction. Okay, fertilization takes place in this region, and after the fertilization, development starts. Okay, and this one is the zygote. This one is the zygote. Fertilization takes place in this region. This one is the zygote. Zygote goes to the gradual development, sequential development, which are called morula, blastula. Okay, student, blastocyst. Blastocyst goes to implantation. Okay, on the wall of uterus. Student, sequential developments, only one cell, that one is with the zygote. Zygote is with the only one of the cell that goes to the division. Okay, this is the ovum. These are the sperm cells. Fertilization takes place in it, and zygote is the single cell, goes to the division. It is the two cell stage. Next, it is the two cells goes to division and form four cells. This is the four cell stage, and this is the more number of the cells and arranged as a ball like structure, which is called morula. Solid ball like structure called morula. Okay, student, it is the morula or the developed embryo that is slowly goes towards the uterus wall. Okay, student, and after the formation of the blastocyst, it is implant to the uterus wall. Okay, blastocyst. Okay, it is the morula slowly goes towards the uterus wall, and on the uterus wall, it is the blastocyst takes another action that is called implantation. Okay, student, this is the blastocyst. Student, blastocyst have a cavity that is a blastocele. Okay, student, it is arranged as a cyst like structure, hence the name with a blastocyst. Okay, now formation of the bioluminar embryonic disc. It is from the blastocyst. Okay, in this first one, inner cell mass forms into disc. Inner cell mass forms into disc like structure, that is called embryonic disc. Okay, student. Okay, this is the embryonic disc that consists two types of the cells, two types of the regions. One is the Ap Blast, another one is Hypoblast. Okay, what about the Ap Blast? Student, embryonic disc has outer group of cells. Embryonic disc that has outer group of cells. Outer group of cells called Ap Blast. It is the primitive ectoderm. It is also considered as primitive ectoderm, made up with columnar epithelial cells. It is important, student. What is the difference between Ap Blast and Hypoblast? Okay, blastocyst arranged as a embryonic disc that consists of two types of the regions. One is the Ap Blast, another one is Hypoblast. Ap Blast, it is the embryonic part of the embryonic disc, has outer group of the cells. Okay, and it is considered as a primitive ectoderm, made up with the columnar epithelial cells. Next, student, Hypoblast. What about the hypoblast? Hypoblast, inner layer of the cells. It is the inner layer of cells and made up with the cuboidal epithelial cells. Okay student, and it is the primitive endoderm. It is the primitive endoderm. It is the difference between apiblast and the hypoblast.